So you are revisiting whatever this is, or you're having to go back around. With the Muse of Materials in reverse, this means that it's like you are having to take a different direction to the situation or go around the situation in some way. Like a different direction, doing something else with the situation. The Six of Emotions. You don't really care too much. Let's see. The Chariot in reverse. It still bothers you, but you're moving forward with grace. You're like, oh, did that happen? Well, that's frustrating. You are not too offended or bothered. It seems like this is because it's part of a process. And so the process is taking a different turn. And so you yourself are thinking, okay, well, that's painful and that's frustrating. It isn't as, like, you're keeping your eye on a certain focus. Like, no, this is going to be okay. It's just a redirection. And that's, yeah, a redirection. The Fool in reverse. This is something that it's so peaceful in the way that you're maintaining yourself. It's something that may have started and then now it's kind of like it won't, or it's not starting, or if it's not that it's not starting, it's that it would be a redirection. It would be where you turn around and refix the situation, and you're going about it around the corner, like you're taking a turn. There's something about a turn that you're taking. With the Muse of Emotions, I feel like you're unbothered though. This is something that you have more than one option. And it's like you've dealt with this before, something like this before. It isn't something you're happy about, but with the Wheel of Fortune and the upright as well, it is really positive in the way that this is going. It's just that it's taking a turn is really what's happening. It is taking a turn. You're having to like relook, revisit, redo the situation. And for others of you, it may be that that's just what's happening. Eight of Voices, Eight of Swords. I feel like you're just wound up. Like, I feel like you're just exhausted and you're tired. And you've been around, like you've dealt with the situation, something similar before, like I said. And for whatever reason, you're just unbothered. You're like, okay, so where is this going now? And then back to the High Priestess, there's something deeply internally that you know that is a point of reference that has to do with exactly where things are going. Because you have something at your core that you know is guiding you. Something at your core that is guiding you back into a different direction. And it might be to others kind of interesting how you're turning around. Like, well, what are you thinking? Like, you know, someone might ask, what is Libra thinking? Or what are they doing? They don't seem very happy, but they're doing well. So the Ten of Voices in reverse, you're like, here we go again. Here we go again. A different story. One that you have heard before and that you know you will overcome. Something that doesn't necessarily need too much focus on. if you want to maintain your peace, or if you want to maintain the peace. Especially with, yeah, especially with these two cards together. It's like, I can imagine you saying, oh gosh, here we go. What now? But you're like doing it well because you understand the process. So you're saying something, I imagine you say something like, you don't say something, but I imagine it to be where you're like, I don't know how I feel about this, but I do feel this is positive. There's a direction this is supposed to take. What else for Libra? Nine of Voices. This is something where you just maintain this peaceful energy. You might be resting and reconsidering, resting and it's kind of like a bored type of energy. Kind of like, I'm waiting and I'm resting but there's no real worry, which is positive, even though the worry does come. You're still maintaining yourself. What is the outcome for Libra? Five of Inspiration and the Queen of Materials. The Queen of Materials is saying that you're maintaining your position very well. It's very abrupt, though, kind of. Like, it's kind of like, oh, this is exactly what I'm doing. The Five of Inspiration in reverse is saying that it's taking several turns with different people. Or there's a separation of a certain group of people. And then there's this abrupt, like, this is what it is. So the outcome really is a change within what you are doing with others. She's kind of just like, I'm here and that's the way it is. And this is sort of like where you have to go through a process in order to get to the other side. So it feels more like this is your outcome, the Nine of Voices, but it isn't as stressful as you think, even though it is stressful. It's something about this is more peaceful than it would usually be. You are a bit abrupt. Yeah, there's something about you that's a little bit like uncomfortable, so I feel like it is abrupt, but it's peaceful. Like, what else do we have to say here? Nine of Emotion in reverse. Too many things. Let's focus on one at a time. And there are other options. Yeah. There are other options to work with. It's taking some time. So Libra, thank you so much for stopping in. I hope this has been helpful. Nine of Materials also is showing itself, and it is ending in a very positive way. So yes, I do believe that you're going to make it through this just fine, as you know. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you soon.